Today we are looking at my most unique and weird baseball gloves. That can mean good and bad. I've got 6 gloves to go through. They're in boom, 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 boom in those lockers. It's least favorite to favorite up there. But before we start, please subscribe if you're interested in anything baseball. If you love baseball, even slow pitch softball, hit the subscribe button because we're going to have lots coming for you. And then hit the like button after a few minutes if you decide, hey, this is a decent video. Then hit that like button. Please don't smash it. So many people out there are abusing the like buttons. Just be gentle and tap it. It's all it takes.
Stop it. Just stop.
But let's get into it. Now, there actually is an order to these. So yes, this is my least favorite. To get into it, this is an SSK Dimple 2. Now, the reason that this is the worst on the list is because it's the worst. Not a fan of this glove. I got it because 1, it was cheap, and 2, it's not broken in, it's old, and it does look really cool. You can't go wrong with tan. It just looks good. I love that logo. The one thing that I didn't know before I bought it was that Dina, but I don't even know how to say that name. Dina owned it before I did. It is a softball glove, I believe, but the reason I think it's cool and the big thing that got me to get it was the dimpled palm. And so I wanted to know what that felt like. And first of all, the leather on this thing, you guys, is... it's so plasticky. I don't even call it leather. That's how it closes too in the pinky. I'll show you what it closes like when you wear it normal. Just look. That is so ugly looking. Because this is all dimpled, and so it's soft in here, right? It's soft in here, but not up here. So those fingers are closing, but the glove on the top isn't. So it's ugly. But like I said, it's not broken. I should be nicer. I'm just not a fan. It's a cool glove. I'm glad I got it. It's a cool part of my collection. It's old too. But really, in the end, it's not actually nice. On to the next one. This one's actually pretty cool because it's unique in the way that it's like totally unheard of. Please tell me if you've heard of a 9 positions glove before watching this video. I really want to know. I'd never seen it before. I saw this thing on YouTube. I believe they do custom gloves. From the leather, it leads me to believe that it's like a Japanese company, or at least the gloves are made in Japan, because it's very plasticky, similar to this SSK. And I've had other gloves, other Japanese gloves, that they have just more plasticky feeling gloves when it comes to like the customized, colorful ones, specifically from smaller brands. Second to last is kind of mean to this thing. We used it quite a bit. We used it for slow pitch softball. My buddy Tom used it in the outfield, but because it's so plasticky, it really doesn't ever form a pocket. It broke in pretty nicely, but it just like doesn't have much of a pocket. For a softball, it kind of just bounces around. So that's like the biggest reason, is that leather's just not good enough to really form a memory. So it's not awful, but I'm just not a big fan because I'm really picky about my gloves. But it definitely worked enough for us to use. But yeah, 9 positions, interesting glove. It's gray, navy blue, and then yellow. I like the colorway on it. It looks good. But yeah, I mean, that's it on its side. We've taken care of it. Decent glove, but I'm personally just not a fan. I honestly forgot which gloves I put in which locker, so it's kind of fun to see when I open it. This one is clearly a lefty glove, so that's interesting. I have like close to 15 lefty gloves right now, and I'm just selling them all. So hey, any lefties out there, hit me up if you need a glove, and I'm selling them for pretty darn cheap. So this one is a Roy Hobb, like 11.5 inch, maybe even smaller. Yeah, 11.25 inches. So very uncommon for a lefty to have a 11.25 eye web glove. Most definitely like an infielder's glove, but There's no lefty infielders. I won't say no, there's probably some in like Little League, but it's definitely uncommon. So it's an uncommon brand plus just an uncommon size and web and build. But the glove's pretty cool. If you ever heard of Shoeless Joe gloves, they're like supposed to be old. This company, Roy Hobbs, very similar. If you can see, there's that lightning bolt. Pretty cool logo on the side there. And so everything that's blue on this glove was actually like dyed by the past owner. So it was relaced with blue lacing, and then he dyed the web, which from a distance there doesn't look all that bad. Get closer, and it doesn't look too good. You can definitely see that it wasn't done perfectly, but like I said, from a distance, it's not the worst thing. The leather feel on this thing, it's at least not plasticky. I don't like plastic leather. It feels like those Shoeless Joe gloves, sort of somewhat similar to the Nakona gloves. It's not great, but an interesting glove. All right, this one is a pretty basic glove, but it's Reebok, and so that's why I find it so cool. Reebok is just not a baseball company, and so that's why I think this is cool. It's got a good look to it. It's blonde and brown. I love that web. I think it looks great. And so this glove is most definitely not been used. It feels like it's been, basically it feels like somebody's put their hand in it, gone like that on the couch, and outside of that hasn't been used. It needs to be broken in, but this thing's 11.5 inches. It's a pitcher's web, you know, pitching glove, a small one, but pitching glove. Or could even be used for a kid at a younger age. But it's a really comfortable glove. I would say it feels like a cheaper version of a Heart of the Hide. The leather on it is thicker, kind of like a Heart of the Hide, which adds to the comfort in my opinion. But it's softer than a Heart of the Hide. It's not the greatest leather, but I do actually like it a little bit. I would say this is a good glove for anybody in high school. It's not like pro leather. I wouldn't really see, you know, I don't think you're going to see guys in the pros using anything like this. But for high school, it's going to get the job done. And it'll be a cheaper glove, which I'm selling it as well. So if it's something that interests you, hit me up. Alright, these next two are right-hand throwing gloves. Now this one is a Rawlings.
But Chris, Rawlings isn't unique.
I understand that, yeah, but this is the Heritage Series glove, which I'd never seen before I got this glove. It's 12.5 inches. I like the look on it because it's all tan. It's a bit different of a tan. It's supposed to look like it's kind of worn, and I think it looks awesome. So it's big glove. Absolutely swallows the ball. And I'm honestly kind of surprised by it. It's better than I would expect. If you don't know, the Heritage Series is basically between a Heart of the Hide and a Gold Glove Elite. It's right in the middle. And I think that's where it belongs. It feels soft in a way that's similar to the Gold Glove Elite and like comfortable, but it feels way more durable like a Heart of the Hide. Like it's totally pancaked, but this thing feels like it would actually last a long time. My little brother had a Gold Glove Elite, used it for baseball for a season, and then we used it for slow pitch softball. And it's already to a point where it's like, you need to retire it. But this thing feels like it could go through many seasons and still be fine. So I was slightly impressed by it. I would not say it's like on the level of Heart of the Hide Pro Preferred, A2000, A2K. It's simply just under. I'm keeping this one around because it's a good one to keep in my bag since it's already pancaked. I keep it in my bag, and when somebody needs a glove to borrow, I just give them this one. Alright, this one's my Louisville Slugger TPX Horween glove. This thing's actually pretty old. I think it might be like late 90s, maybe early 2000s, but this thing is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love that TPX patch. Obviously a pitcher's glove, 12 inches. You can see it's got some fading going on that stamp. I actually got it new with tags, and this is just where it's at. It closes, but it has no like actual pocket formed on it. I just love this thing because of how awesome it is. And this is literally me throwing the ball into it. That might have been the first time I've actually thrown a ball into it now that I think about it. It hasn't been used. It's pretty much brand new still. It's just got that fade on the palm. And I threw a ball into it once. But this one, I would love to keep. But for the right offer, I would get rid of it. But this thing is just such a cool part of the collection. I'll show you the tags really quick actually because I think they're pretty awesome. Alright, these were attached to the glove, and without actually snipping anything, I just unlaced the fingers and took this off because I think it's so cool. That's the front. Play to win. PPX Pro gloves. That's the inside. The back. And then this little tag says, this Louisville Slugger glove meets the specifications of the official rules of baseball. So, just in case you were worried about that, now you know it meets the rules. But yeah, so having the tags just makes it that much cooler. This is definitely like the most unique and cool glove I probably own. Like I said, I really don't think I'm getting rid of this thing. I love this thing. But one day, who knows? But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment anything you want to comment, make fun of me, I don't really care, just comment. Thank you again, peace out.